Hi there, Oceana here with G3 Agency with your free website audit for Pro Concrete Resurfacing in Georgia. In this free SEO website audit provided by G3 Agency, I'm going to show you 3 to 4 things that you can do to get Pro Concrete Resurfacing in front of people searching for concrete resurfacing services in the Atlanta metro area. Like I said to Gina on the phone, I don't expect anything in return for this video, but I would love some feedback on whether it was helpful and whether I did a good job of explaining all of this stuff to you. I'm really trying to pack a lot of information in here, and I apologize. I know I'm going to be talking really fast, but I found that I have to in order to get all the info that I want to in these. My idea for these videos is that you can walk away with the information that you need, the knowledge, in order to succeed with this stuff and getting your name out there, showing up in front of people searching for your services without ever having to come back to me. But of course, I do this professionally. You can imagine, this is kind of a business card with a bit of oomph behind it, right? So I want to give you free information, give you the knowledge to be able to go forth and do this yourself, with the idea that if you want some help with it, you are welcome to come back and talk to me, and we can see if maybe a partnership makes sense. But anyways, let's go forth and let's see what we've got here. So the first thing that I always check for when I audit a website is a big click to call phone number at the top, which I am not seeing. And in fact, I'm not seeing your phone number anywhere here. Ah, here it is right here. And it is a click to call, it looks like, which is good, but it's way too far down the page. You really want to add it here and probably here as well. You have to basically, you have to be ready to be in front of the person at any given moment. If people have to search for information, they're probably not going to see it. Definitely adding your phone number there is important. And then the next thing would be the content on your page. So if I click, oh, you're a CTI distributor, that's great. We have a client who's a CTI distributor in the Washington area. So great, absolutely fantastic products. Amazing how strong that stuff is. It really is phenomenal. Anyways, moving on. So if I click Control A, I can see all this blue highlights. That's the content on your site. And you'll notice, oh, well, you haven't got any here, but this also highlights many of the images. Basically, content is king with Google, and it thinks that if you have more words on your page about a given subject, you must know more about that subject and be the most relevant person to show, or business or website to show for a searcher. And so you want to increase the amount of words on your web page. I can tell you that, because if I click Control C and copy all that, throw them into my word counter, you've got 311. You're about 10% of the way there. We suggest to our clients that they have at least 3,000 words on their homepage and at least 1,500 or more on the other pages. Again, because Google just sees content as king. More content means more knowledge, right? And then if I right click on an image, we'll see if this one works. It does not. Let's see, Photo Gallery often has one. It'll work. Let's hope here. If I right click on an image, click Save Image As, I can see this image was saved as this string of numbers. So that's not helping you very much. I would suggest that first of all you add more images to your home page, because this is a really good opportunity to not only show your work, but also to hide these kind of cool keywords in there. So what you want to do is save these images again, but this time save them as key phrases that people are actually typing into Google each month when they're looking for your services and they happen to be in your service area. So I'll show you those keywords in a moment. But first I'm going to show you Ahrefs. This is the tool that I use to do a lot of my research. It gives me an in-depth look into how a website's performing, because it's one thing for it to look nice, which your website looks nice, but it's another thing for it to actually function as a lead generation machine, which is my specialty, right? So I'm way more about functionality than beauty. So you've got I want to pay attention to a couple of key metrics here. So we've got your UR and DR scores. What these are is basically how trustworthy does Google think that your web page is, this exact web page, the UR, in this case would be your home page, and your entire website as a whole, which would be your DR. And how you bring these scores up, which you definitely want to do, is with backlinks, referring domains, and content and images like I was talking about. So a backlink is any link that goes from another website back to your website, and a referring domain is a website that one of those links, or at least one of those links, is on. So you have 300 websites pointing to your website a total of 512 times, which is good, but I can tell from these numbers right here that you're got a lot of backlinks going to your home page, which is good, but you don't have enough going to the other pages, and it's causing a bit of an imbalance here. And what that's going to do is it becomes a weak spot. It basically means, you know, Google's going to look at this and go, they seem to really want people to see their home page, but I wonder what's wrong with their other pages that they're not showing, you know, there's no traffic going to those, no backlinks to it. And so it's not gonna help you very much. So you want to increase that DR score as well by showing more backlinks to those other, pointing more backlinks to those other pages. And so you can go here and actually look at what backlinks you have. So a couple of good examples here. Let's see. I'm not recognizing a lot of these, but basically what you want to do is go after websites that are relevant, so they have something to do with your business, what you do. It could be other home home improvement type websites. It could be other websites that are businesses in your local area, that kind of thing. If it's relatable in a logical way, then it's relevant, right? And then also you want to make sure that the websites that you're getting these listings from, which this is the website, a list of websites that you've got backlinks coming from, you want to make sure that they've got high DR scores. So in this column here, and then you don't have very many high ones. This one's pretty high, but I don't know if mole.go.th is relevant, or if it's kind of spammy or what, but it's actually got pretty high score, so it's probably okay. But these ones that are lower like this, these are actually bringing your score down rather than helping you. So I would go through and maybe see if you can get these ones removed, but definitely adding more high relevant and highly trusted sites, backlinks, that would be good for you. And then if I go back here, I want to point to your organic keywords and organic traffic. So the way that Ahrefs defines a keyword is basically any phrase that a person could type into Google and have you come up in the first 100 results counts as a keyword. However, being in the 11th spot is just about as bad as not existing at all, for the reason that most people don't ever leave that first page of Google, which only shows the top 10 results, before they either find what they're looking for or give up. So being the 11th result is just not very good, and that's how come you can get 149 keywords you're showing up for, but you're only getting 8 people on average each month coming to your site from those almost 150 keywords. So what are some keywords that we could actually show up for? And what's fun is we can actually go in here and see what you're showing up for already and what position you're in. So front porch concrete resurfacing, you're actually showing up in the first position for that, which normally we would expect about 45 volume if 150 people are searching for that each month, we would expect about 45 of those to be coming to your website if you're sitting in the first position, because that's that 30%, but you're only getting 2.5. There's definitely something broken here. And my guess is the fact that this doesn't have anything to do with Atlanta. So it doesn't say anything about an area, which means that lots of people are seeing your listing there and going, well, that's not what I need because I'm in New York or Chicago or LA or who knows. So what you want to do is actually look for like this concrete resurfacing Atlanta, and this is actually the one that I think I focused on for the rest of this video. 50 volume, so 50 people are typing that into Google each month, and then the KD or keyword difficulty is a 5. And keyword difficulty is basically how difficult does Ahrefs think it will be to go from to get to the first page of Google for that keyword. So if we type that keyword into Google, we have concrete resurfacing Atlanta, right? That's the one that I went after. It's got 50 people searching for it every month, I think. Hold on. Yeah, it's right here. It's 50 people, and it's got a keyword difficulty of 5. And so we've got the map pack, and to get to the map pack, you want citations. So I'll take a quick sidebar here and tell you about how to get to the map pack, which is a little different than the organic results down here. So what you're going to do is you're going to look your own name up, your business name, and if that's not enough, add your phone number, and you'll find a listing by Google that's going to be on this side of the page over here, and that will have your name, address, phone number, and a bunch of other information about you in there. You want to make sure that your name, address, and phone number are exactly spelled correctly, with no additional keywords in there, stuffed in there, anything like that. Because then you're going to take that same information and add it to different directories across the internet, like Yelp, Yext, City Star, White Pages, Yellow Pages, etc. And you're going to go out and get those listings, add your information, and that's going to help to basically prove to Google that you really exist and you really do serve the area that you say you serve. And that's going to help boost your credibility. And if you end up in the top 3 results for any particular keyword in any area, you'll end up on the map pack on that first page, and that is a really good thing. That's going to help drive people to your website. Okay, and then none of that is as exciting as being in this spot right here. This is what's known as the number one organic result, and it does get that 30% approximately of people searching. So 30% of the people searching concrete resurfacing Atlanta will statistically click on this one. So if we click on that one and we look at what they're doing, we can think about these couple of thoughts. What is it that they're doing right that we could be doing as well? What is it that they're not doing that we could do in order to get past them, right? So first of all, I'm looking more at the functionality of the site, not really how pretty it is. It looks great, fine, but how many words do they have? Let's see. Copy, throw that into my little word counter. They've got 502. Definitely not that 3,000 we were talking about, so that's one way we can get ahead. And then if we right click on an image, click Save Image As, and that one didn't work. Let's find one that will. Okay, looks like they're definitely not taking advantage of that because they don't even have any images on this page. This is just a background, and that doesn't quite count. So they're definitely not taking advantage of the images on their web page. So that's another way we can get ahead. And then if we go over here into Ahrefs, we can see that they've got a really high UR score. So this one page, they've got a lot of backlinks and referring domains, but much like your issue, they've got a real imbalance issue going on. So if we can balance out your website and get your UR score up, as well as get that DR score up too, that's really going to put you ahead of the competition, and that could help you get to the top of Google and start seeing those results yourself. And then right here we can actually click on their organic keywords and see what they're showing up for. This is kind of fun because this gives us more ideas about, something else that might be helpful. But this is like what I was saying earlier about specifically having something to do with where you serve. Concrete resurfacing has 9,500 people searching for it every single month and only a keyword difficulty of 10. So you would think that's great, but it doesn't have anything to do with where you are. So who knows where they are when they're searching for that. So you definitely want to go after the ones that have an area, like this one's Sewanee. Concrete resurfacing, Sewanee, Georgia, and it's got 20 volume. That's not very many people searching for it, but you know that they need your services and they're in your area. So that's a good keyword. And you can go down here and compare yourself to all these and see if there's any that, like Atlanta concrete stain. I hadn't even thought of that. There's another 50 people searching for it, and it's got an even lower KD. So that would be a really good one. Okay, that's the end of my presentation. Here's how to get a hold of me. I really hope that you found this information helpful, and I look forward to your feedback to find out if this was, if you plan on doing anything with this information, or if it was completely overwhelming or what. All right, have a good day.